We got some more exciting news about Star Wars Starfighter. So let's get into it. So, Star Wars Starfighter has been kind of getting a few leaks lately. We had some of the story details leak and what some of the characters are going to potentially going to look like with Matt Smith, Mia Goth, and Ryan Gosling's character, and also like the kid, Amy Adams, yada yada yada. There's been quite a few leaks on that front, it seems. However, they did recently show a trailer. So, rumor has it, or I guess there have been reports, not rumors, that they showed a trailer at, is it Sin Europe? Wow, whatever it is. I don't need to know how you say it. Anyway, but they are showing a trailer with their new Infinity Vision or whatever you want, a new way to view movies or a new cinematic experience. But regardless of that, that's not what I'm interested in here. It's that they're going to be showing, or they are currently showing, a Starfighter trailer or teaser, whatever you want to call it. We don't have the exact details of what's being shown. However, there is a rumor now, which seems to line up with this, that they're going to potentially show a teaser at D23. So if they show the teaser at D23, hey, look, we're finally going to get our eyeballs on this new movie from Lucasfilm. Now, the thing about this movie is that it's going to be probably the last solo or like standalone, I guess, not solo, standalone movie for a while in the Star Wars universe. If you guys didn't know, there were some leaked plans from Lucasfilm showing that, hey, look, they're going to move away from the standalone stories for a little bit. They're going to focus on building this next saga. It seems like they really want to come out with episode 10, which to me, I'm like, I really wish Star Wars would maybe say, hey, look, 1,000 years into the future. But I also understand building on current characters that they already have developed. And I think they really still want to build the Rey storyline. It's probably going to be I mean, we're going to get Ray, I think, again, but it's going to be, or it's going to come down to how the story is. If you tell good stories, people are going to go out and watch it. But regardless of that, going back to the Starfighter thing, I think one of the most disappointing things already about this movie is that we're not going to get more of Matt Smith. With this being a standalone movie, and recently I've been watching House of the Dragon, I binged watched the rest of season two because I heard it was kind of slow, so I never finished it. And then I was able to watch the finale as soon as finale. A lot of people say it was the season two finale was the first episode of season one for Game of Thrones. But regardless, I was able to watch Matt Smith again in the show all this last weekend, and to me it's disappointing after seeing him in this show and what he can be as like an anti-hero. I would kind of describe him as in House of the Dragon, where he's kind of on the team you're looking for or rooting for to win, but you know he's a bad guy, and he plays it perfectly in House of the Dragon. And with that being said, House of the Dragon is something about anti-war. You don't want to see, or you never really see each side win. Both have extreme losses, and I think he's almost like the embodiment of that show in a way. I know he's a lot of people's favorite character where like he does so much good. You're like, yeah, you're rooting him on, and then all of a sudden he just goes back. Anyway, I'm not the one to talk about character development and all of that, but I just find it fascinating to watch him do his work in House of the Dragon. And I think it's awesome that we're going to see him in Star Wars. But the disappointing thing, again, like I was saying, is that he's only going to be in Star Wars probably for this one episode, and that's it. Unless they bring him over into the new kind of saga with Rey and developing this new Jedi Order, because I think we'll probably get that movie. I would be curious to see if maybe episode 10 is the new Jedi Order movie. I think they're going to be rearranging quite a few things. Lately, we've had a ton of Lucasfilm projects basically just they never get any updates. They don't ever officially cancel them, but they put them on the back burner like Rogue Squadron. Like we're definitely never getting that movie, I feel like ever. Now, another thing that they have yet to show any teasers for, I guess we did get a Hayden Christensen image recently for him in Ahsoka season 2. But with that said, they probably are going to show the teaser for both Ahsoka season 2 and Starfighter. Now, there is a possibility that we get the season 2 teaser, but not Starfighter quite yet. Maybe they wait till like September, October to release that. But I do think, as far as marketing, it would be pretty smart to make sure everybody knows that this Starfighter movie's coming out. With The Mandalorian and Grogu, it seemed like marketing was everywhere, but it still wasn't getting people out. But I think it's going to do a lot better than Mandalorian and Grogu. Personally, I think this one will be an easy $500 million movie versus The Mandalorian and Grogu, where you had season 4 coming. It is off the heels, and that was canceled, I guess, as far as season 4. It was off the heels of, I think, what a lot of Star Wars fans thought was a shaky season 3. Even myself included, I thought at points in season 3 it was a really hard watch as far as The Mandalorian. And then you release the movie, which I think didn't really do it any justice. And that's why I do think, with something being brand new, if you look at Solo, still got what was it, 4 or 500 million off the heels in just 5 months later after The Last Jedi, or 6 months ish, give or take. And then you also had Rogue One grossed over $1 billion, which Rogue One, a lot of people think, is some of Disney's best work. But with that said, guys, what do you think we are going to see over the course of this next 2 months? Are we going to get the teaser for both in August with D23, or are we going to get nothing? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts on Star Wars Starfighter.